What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Porsha Family Values Season 1, Episode 2. Listen, this episode could have been an email. We start off, we got Porsha and Lauren having lunch, talking about basically recapping what we saw last episode with Lauren talking to Dennis and Porsha reacting to what Lauren said. Lauren told Dennis that he could bring a date to the cookout. Porsha was like, why would you tell him he could do that? Because I told him he couldn't, and I don't want him bringing some old random woman to my house and at my table with me and my man. Now, when she said me and my man, I didn't know she was talking about Dennis or Simon. And neither did Lauren. And that's a sad state of affairs. Because if your sister didn't even know which man you were talking about, then we found out that Lauren broke up with her boyfriend, and Lauren feels like Porsha is just being very selfish in this moment about everything. She wants what she wants, the way she wants it. She wants Dennis to be over here and play his role, Simon to be over here and play his role, and everybody else to work around what she wants. Lauren said that they need to unplug, get away from social media, refresh, regroup, and have a family retreat. Porsha is down for it. Now, I don't know where this family retreat started, but by the end of this episode, everybody and their cousin is coming on this damn retreat. From Simon to Dennis' mama, to all her aunties, cousins, uncles, extended family, the dude she met at the 7-Eleven, the guy that drives her Uber. Like, everybody is going on this damn retreat. But either way, that's what's going on now. Lauren said she don't work for Porsha no more. She said there's no part of her that works for Porsha. She said they still have their hair company that they are partners in. But she don't work for Porsha. She is totally exploring her spiritual side. You know, she's doing yoga and meditation, and she has a mentor, and that is what she is getting into, honey. Later on in the episode, we see them have a circle. She said they haven't been able to do that, I guess, since Panorama. And they auntie showed up, and they auntie was the one that introduced her to meditation. And auntie wasn't feeling, I believe, what's the woman's name? Liz, I think. I don't know. Y'all know I probably just made that name up. But we're going to call her Liz. She wasn't really feeling how Liz was running her situation. And Liz is a shaman in the training, but so is her auntie, okay? And when they got to the end of that circle, they was calling on the spirits. And auntie was like, we don't call no spirits right here. Black people don't call spirits because black people believe in demonic forces, okay? So we don't just be inviting just random people to be coming in and hanging out with us. That is not what we do. That is not what we do. Auntie bust out some good old time upper room gospel, okay? Because she said you don't just be inviting anybody's spirit to just show up. Kind of like Dennis bringing his girlfriend to the cookout. Anyway, so we see Dennis out taking Pilar on a shopping spree, and he's with his mama. Now listen, mama has always been here for the shits, okay? Even going back to when she first met Porsha, mama has always been here for it. And mama's confessional look, okay, queen, I see you, girl. Dennis is talking to his mama, and again, just recapping what we already know. He figured everything is moving a little bit too fast with Porsha. He gonna be there to support it, but he feels some kind of way about the situation. Porsha won't let him bring nobody to the cookout because she probably still love him, and he spent $500 down to the toy store. So we get to the cookout, and Simon meeting the whole family, for the first time. It's awkward for them. It's awkward for him. But I give him credit. He came in. He spoke to everybody. He shook everybody's hand. He was trying to be as polite as he could be with everybody. Grandma showed up and aunties and them, and they was feeling some kind of way about the fact that, he was married 3 times and just the whole situation. But I felt like that whole cookout situation was so damn superficial, so fake, so transparent that it was just all about, oh, well, we're so sad that, Porsha and Dennis didn't work out, but we are so happy that we can all be here together and we can all co-parent because it's all about Pilar. And we don't want her to feel anything, and we don't want her to feel bad about anything. And it's all about her. And that's what we're here about. And it's all about love. And people was crying. Dennis was like, damn, is it a wake? Like, what's going on here? Then the grandmama gonna get up. Now listen, let me say this. I see both sides of this coin. Let me tell you why I see both sides of this coin. Because I had a grandmama like Porsha grandmama. Porsha grandmama got up and she addressed the elephant in the room, baby. She said, listen, I had a son who was a playboy, so I understand. And hopefully Dennis will mature and he will find the woman of his dreams that will make him be the man he needs to be. Dennis' mama was like, excuse me? She was like, he not no playboy. What you talking about? Where we getting that from? What? The who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. He's not no playboy. My baby ain't no playboy. Where are we getting this playboy conversation from? No ma'am, no Pam. What are we doing here? And grandmother was like, well, I didn't mean no disrespect. I was just saying, that, he'll clean up his hoish ways. Well, grandma ain't say that. But that's what grandma meant. And Dennis' mama got real snappy about it, and Dennis' mama was like, listen, like, we're not going to be talking about, like, at the end of the day, that's still my son. And, yeah, he made some mistakes, but he's not a bad person. We're not going to turn him into the bad guy. We're not going to turn him into the boogeyman, right? And I feel like she got a little snappy with grandma. She did get a little snappy with grandma, but look, at the end of the day, maybe they're closer in age than we think. Shit, I don't know. But we saw Simon talking to his best friend. We don't care. Basically, he was just saying, how, they just adjusted and they're, social media coming at him kind of hard, but he just, hanging in there because he really loved, Porsha, and he wanted to work, Then we see Porsha and Dennis going to dinner. Down to the folk of the child, honey. Porsha won one of them pregnancy dresses. Lauren told her, girl, you look pregnant in them dresses. And she said, well, I like the dress, so Simon bought me the whole line. And again, I feel like that looked like the same dress she had at that Mother's Day situation where everybody thought she was pregnant. So I feel like that was their way of addressing the fact that everybody thought that Porsha was pregnant when she had that dress on. But anyway, so they get to dinner, and they supposed to be there to talk about co-parenting, but somehow they get on the conversation about the relationship. And Dennis basically let her know, listen, publicly, I support you. Porsha was like, well, what does that mean publicly? So that means privately what? He was like, privately, it ain't a good look. Privately, it don't look good. But publicly, I got your back, which is respect. That's respect that he's telling her, listen, I'm going to correct you privately, and I'm going to support you in public, but privately, I'm going to let you know that this shit ain't cute. And he told her, he was like, listen, me and you were still together in January. We were not together in January. In December, I told you, if you didn't bring me my ring at Christmas, then it was over. Ma'am, Porsha. Now, I understand that we can play semantics and we can play games. But ma'am, you do realize that there's only 5 days from Christmas to New Year's. So for him to say we were still together in December, and for you to correct him, in January, and for you to correct him and say we weren't together in January, I told you if you didn't bring me my ring, we were still dating in Christmas, and I told you if you didn't bring me my ring, then we were going to break up. And I realized when you didn't bring me my ring, I realized that I needed to work on myself. Now, technically, you're right. If you broke up with him on Christmas after he didn't bring you your ring, then technically you're right. But the spirit of what Dennis was saying was pretty accurate. And what he was saying was, ma'am, me and you were still together as a couple in love at the beginning of the year. And 6 months later, you was engaged to a whole nother man. Like, again, we don't need to play the semantics. So the dinner didn't end well. Okay, the dinner didn't go well. The dinner didn't end well. And Dennis said, look, I still got stuff over at your house. Can I get my Versace robe? That don't belong to you. That's mine. Now, we have entered the part of the program, ladies and gentlemen, where we being petty. Because, sir, you can go get you another damn Versace robe. Let's be clear. They're not a limited edition. They have them in all kinds of colors. You can go get you another one, okay? But his point is valid because, again, I think he's like trying to make the point that you didn't even finish cleaning out the old before you brought in the new. On the way home, Porsha calls Simon, or Simon calls Porsha, and she admits to him that, maybe she's not in the place that she thought she was in because maybe her not wanting Dennis to bring a date to the cookout. Maybe it was her not being in a place where she's ready to see Dennis with another woman. And Sana was like, listen, it's hard on everybody. It's a process, and we're going to work our way through it. See, he's a little too understanding for me. You understand it's hard on Dennis. You understand Porsha might still have feelings for Dennis. You understand that it's a process and we got to move through it. Then why the freak are we engaged? Then that should prove the point to everybody that we're not ready to get married. And I said it last week. Engagement means we're ready to get married. Just date. Just fucking date. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's the episode. I guess we're going on the retreat next week, child. I guess we're going to get to the retreat next week. But everybody going on the retreat. Okay? Talk to y'all later. Peace.